And welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. It is Friday. You know what that means. In magazine, Ryan and Amy are here. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Busy week.
Oh, yeah.
Amy, you sound like you got a little cold.
Oh, always.
Yeah.
If it's not allergies, it's a cold. So.
Gotcha. Well, no time to slow down because there's always something going on around town. We were just talking about movies.
Yeah.
You mentioned a couple that I haven't seen. We were talking about City of Ember, which good one for the kids.
It is a good one for the kids. It's got a really nice art design in it. So, you know, as an adult, you can be amused by it. I don't know that you're going to think it's the best movie in the world, but you're definitely not going to go in and be like, oh, this is horrible. I can't believe I have to sit through this.
Well, there's not many movies you can take kids to and really be entertained.
It's true.
So it was. I think it's, for what's out there nowadays, it was
far better than pretty much any other kids film that's out there. It's better than Igor. It's better than Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
Right.
Which, you know. So yeah. As far as a family film goes, that's probably the best you're going to see right now.
What'd you think of Body of Lies?
Body of Lies, I thought was good. I didn't think it was great. Yeah. It was kind of interesting to me because it felt like almost they filmed it in episodes where you could cut it up and put it onto TV or that sort of thing. So it's the flow to it was a bit odd. I thought the performances were pretty good. Yeah,
I think Russell Crowe's character was interesting, and Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not a huge fan, but he did a good job.
Yeah, he did a good job. It's not Ridley Scott's best film, but it's definitely not one of his worst.
Right, right. Hey, you were talking about a couple that are coming out. I know a lot of people are waiting to see the Bees, Queen Latifah's movie.
Secret Life of Bees. I think you know, on that one, if you're a fan of the book, you'll like it. I think if you're not really certain, it's a little on the sappy side. So I think a lot of people, if they're not familiar with the book or they don't necessarily like that sort of thing, aren't going to be really into it. You know, it does hit on racism a little bit, but it does it in a very gentle way. Yeah. Almost too gentle for my liking, if that makes sense. Right. But
I don't know, Amy, does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And well, you mentioned W, and I don't know what you thought of that.
You know, going in, I expected it to be a typical Oliver Stone film in that he usually throws some punches. Yeah. But W is more about well, it's a very sympathetic look at George Bush, in a way. It doesn't try to make him into a villain. In fact, in many ways, it says, look, good guy, shouldn't have been president, but you know, what can you do?
Interesting. Okay, because it doesn't. The trailer really makes it look more like the typical Michael Moore, you know, slam.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is his staff does come off quite poorly, and I think for a lot of people, that's kind of, you know, most people kind of felt like he was a figurehead and that he really didn't play the role of president. There was everyone behind him kind of giving him the information. He acted off of that. And that's pretty much the point of view that Oliver Stone takes in this film. And, you know, so you don't learn anything new, really. Right. There's nothing shocking.
Well, this president, and that's part of the reason why I probably wouldn't see it. I mean, this president has probably been slammed. Well, I think he has been slammed more than any other president. Yeah. And whether you like him or not, you know, we've lost something in this country as far as the presidency and some type of respect for it. And the gloves just came off, and it happened somewhere along the line, and he's been the one to bear the brunt. And so anyway, but it's interesting you say that it's more of a sympathetic look to it.
And I think it will actually, I don't know how it will play in America. But I think in Europe they'll look at it and it might change their mind a little bit about how they perceive him and everything that went on, because you know in Europe and whatnot, he's a villain. He's you know, they hate him.
Yeah, he's definitely he's taken his share. Josh Brolin did a good job.
Yeah, he did.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, he does a really good job. He doesn't look exactly right, but he hits it in every other way. Yeah, so it works.
Yeah.